It is currently May 10th, Sunday. It's Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020. And I am nearly done with my manuscript. This has been like at least 10 years in the making, because of school and work. But now with this coronavirus time off that I have from work, I've been able to do a lot of writing and finally finish editing this manuscript. I printed this bad boy out back in 2018, 2 years ago. And I'm only now almost done. Mind you, this is also the fourth time I'm re-editing it, or rewriting it, I guess. Well, not rewriting the whole story, but re-editing really is the right word for it, because some things maybe I put in chapter 2 in this version and it didn't belong in chapter 2. It belongs like later on in the chapter, or belongs in my second book. By the way, this is the first in the trilogy. There's going to be 2 more books after this. So this one is entitled Glowing Obscure Things, GOT, not to be confused with, what is that show even called? Game of Thrones. My God. That's how you know I don't watch the show, if it took me this long to figure out what it's called. And this was not even planned. It wasn't even on purpose. What a coincidence that the initials of my book matches one of like the most watched TV series on HBO. So yeah, I don't know if this video is ever going to air. And that's also one of the reasons I'm making this video, so I can look back on it and share it once I get published. I'm already anticipating being compared to J.K. Rowling, only because in my book, my main character goes away to a boarding school, and there are 6 houses, and all the 6 houses have different colors that represent them. So definitely anticipating them telling me that I copied from J.K. Rowling. Never mind that I am drawing from my own experience of having gone to a boarding school in Cameroon, which is where I was born. And the boarding school had 4 houses, which also had your different colors. But that's okay. I don't mind being compared to J.K. Rowling. In fact, I'd be flattered if I'm compared to her. She is one of my favorite authors. I love her work, and it's fine if I'm compared to her. This book initially was supposed to be an autobiography, and then I quickly changed it to a novel because I found autobiographies being quite boring. I wouldn't be able to flex my creativity, because I would have to write down things as they happened, and that doesn't give me room to be creative, to make things up. And so this book essentially is about 40% fact, and the other 60% is made up. So it is a fiction, it is a novel. And the other reason I changed it from an autobiography into a novel was because, I think I just mentioned it. Yeah, I think autobiographies, for me personally, I just felt like my life is not that interesting to write about it. That's number 1. Number 2, it was stunts my creativity. That's number 2. Number 3, I felt like it was a tell-all book, and I didn't want it to come across that way. I wanted to be able to tell a story and entertain and make it be funny. And also people should learn a little bit about my culture, but I didn't want for it to be like a tell-all. So that's why, that's me coming clean there. This is, how many pages is this? 270 pages, I believe. I'm left with. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, because I just anticipated you guys saying bless you. I'm left with 23 pages, and yeah, it just feels like I'm left with 100 pages because I'm that close to finishing, and then it just feels very long and drawn out. So yeah, we shall see. Hopefully by Thursday, today is Sunday the 20th, like I mentioned, by this coming Thursday I should be done. So yeah. Me again with this bad lighting, but it's nighttime. Listen, I have to film. So as I was saying in the beginning of the video, this clip is from 4 years ago, almost to the day. It was filmed on May 10th, as you would have seen, 2020. Today's May 11th, so it's just a difference of a day. So when I did it, like I said, it was never meant to ever be posted on the internet. It was just to document the fact that I had finished editing my manuscript once again. And my brother actually and my aunt have been pushing me to go the self-publishing route, And the whole time I'm sitting there like banking on getting like a legit deal or contract with a publishing house, because that typically involves money, and also like getting a literary agent, which is basically a go between the author, i.e. myself, and the publishing house. They're the ones who are gonna get you the best deal because they stand to profit as well. So I was like banking on that because I'd sent out like query letters, which is what you send out to a literary agent asking for representation, and if they like your work and it's in the genre that they represent and they feel like it's going to make money, then they will accept and give you a deal, blah blah blah. So I'd sent several query letters to several literary agents, and at first I cast a wide net, and then I started to like pare it down just to like specific genres. And even then, they would reject me. I think I've got about at least over 40 rejections. And I still kept the emails because I'm petty. I have the emails and the hard copies of the rejection letters from when I started sending out query letters. I think I started back in like 2012. So this ain't my first rodeo. I've been on this for a while. So I started sending them out in 2012. I got rejected. I sent again 2013. Took a pause from it for a while, then started querying again. Like in, I don't know, maybe 2016, 17, took a pause because I got rejected. Went back and, re-edited. Then finally, the pandemic came around. I had lots of time on my hands because I was furloughed from my job. So I was able to like post 2 videos a week on YouTube for 2 months straight, which is something I've been wanting to do, but I couldn't with work. And I was able to redo my resume, something I hadn't done in over, at this point in 2020, I hadn't updated my resume in about, 5 years. And then I was also able to re-edit this manuscript right here. And of course, I just wanted to document it. Anyway, back to my aunt and my brother telling me to go the self-publishing route, and I didn't want to do it. Now I'm just like, fuck them all. Like, I'm gonna publish this thing based on what the young lady in this video actually had mentioned. Hers is just if you care about this stuff anyways, hers is just a rough draft. She's just gonna read it, and she said she's gonna enjoy it first before she starts like, actually re-editing it. And then she's gonna like reprint it out again. And I just thought that was so cool and so inspiring because I never thought I could like get my own book published and it looks like that good. So anyways, the services is offered by Barnes and Noble. So I'm gonna do that, and like she's doing reread it, correct it again, and then like try to see about self-publishing because I'm tired of sitting around waiting for people to cut me a deal. And my brother always says, if there is no table, create your own. If there's no seat at a table for you, make your own. So that's the route I'm going. He said, create your own opportunity and stop sitting around waiting for people to give you opportunity or waiting for the approval of these people. So whatever. In due time, they're going to be the ones knocking on my door once they see it's profitable. So anyways, I just wanted to share. Once I do get the copy printed out, of course, I'll make another video and let you know how I did it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.